The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports. WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Blue Raider Baseball is on the air. From the Blue Raider Network, it's time for the pregame show. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance and agents Andy Womack and Trevor Haggard, Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford Hospital, Brannis and Associates, Las Casas Pharmacy, and Middle Tennessee Electric. And now, let's go to the ballpark.
And a good afternoon. We reach you from Bowling Green, Kentucky, Dick Dennis Field on the campus of Western Kentucky University, as the Blue Raiders and the Hilltoppers will conclude a 3-game Conference USA series this afternoon. About 15 minutes away from first pitch, as the Raiders took game 2 of the series 10-3 yesterday. And now John will have a chance to win the series if they can pick up a win today.
Well, you know, Dick, I think at this point you throw out the records and you say, you know what, we've got one goal, that's to make the tournament, and we have been playing strong against everybody in the league, haven't always been winning. And then yesterday, come up here, we broke, what, was it a 25-game home win streak that Western Kentucky had been playing, and it was not a close ball game.
So the Raiders will try to take the series today. They come in with a record of 18-21, 4-10 in Conference USA. Western Kentucky is tied for first place in the league right now. They're 32-7, 10-4 in the league. They're tied with Dallas Baptist for first place, and Louisiana Tech is just a half game behind. And we've played all those ball clubs. Picked up a win against Tech, a win against Dallas Baptist. Have won one in this series. We'll try to do a little better than that today.
We're still in this thing, and we got Chandler Alderman, who threw a really great ball game last Sunday at home against Louisiana Tech, and took a complete game win in that one. So looking for a good performance from him this afternoon.
Okay, Dick Plummer, John Calla with you on this Saturday afternoon. I keep thinking
that is so strange.
Keep thinking it's Sunday, but it's the final game of the series on a Saturday. So we'll take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, a couple of stars from yesterday's Blue Raider win will be visiting with me. 2 minutes now on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Jr. Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call, and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
All right, third game of the series here in Bowling Green. Raiders are going for the series win today. And I got two guys who were really outstanding yesterday. Drew Horn, our starting pitcher, Hayden Miller, our first baseman. And Drew, we'll start with you. Got 5 innings. Pitch count got up there a little bit.
Yeah, it got up there. I was kind of off with my cutter and changeup. Slurve and fastball were working pretty well for me, but there was about 3 at-bats in there where they ran my pitch count up. There was about, I think it was at one hole, I had like a 12-pitch at-bat 2 times against him and walked him both times. So,
when did you develop a cutter?
Going into this year. And the past few times I've banged it because it's been going the opposite way than it should.
Well, let me talk to Hayden. You ever batted against this guy?
I did. All I did was throw slurs against me. He struck out every single time. Got 7 straight slurs every AB.
Well, you had a good day with the bat yesterday, and what was your plan going in? Because the wind certainly plays a part in it, doesn't it?
It does. My approach started in BP, just hit low line drives, keep consistent, not try to swing too hard, and then carry that over to the game, stay calm, and then as you saw, it worked yesterday. Hopefully, it continues today.
Well, that home run wasn't too low a line drive. Would you say so?
Oh no, it always gets me when I see his home runs because it doesn't change or nothing, and it's just an effortless bomb going out.
How did you feel sitting over the dugout when we had that 5-run inning?
I wanted to get back out there. I was getting cold. I was trying to stay hot.
I think I said during the game that Drew said, no, they're just loving all of this, huh?
Yeah, especially after last week, kind of bounced back pretty quick with the offense. Giving a lot of support is definitely needed, but we were all overall happy with what we did yesterday.
How are you finding it playing over at first base now?
It's my first second series ever over there, but it's actually pretty comfortable. I love it over there. It's pretty fun.
Drew, did you see him smother that ball in the last inning yesterday?
Oh, yeah, I saw him smother that. I mean, when he made the quote-unquote error, which wasn't an error, but it was a bounced ball across. I mean, he almost picked that, and I was like, this is only your 5th game at first base. Dude, that's not on you.
Just another unassisted put out, huh?
Exactly.
What's the hardest thing about playing over there?
I'd say, short hop picks. When they pick off, you don't know where it's going half the time, so you just got to be ready for that. That's really all it is.
So did you have a first baseman's mitt?
This is actually Trace Phillips, so I'm using his.
Well, so he was a pretty good first baseman. That's some picks in that mitt, I'm sure.
Exactly. Continue to carry the tradition, use the same glove for as long as you can.
All right, let's win this series today.
Exactly. Go blue.
What do you think?
Yeah, we need to win it.
All right, that's Hayden Miller and Drew Horn, both of whom, John, played a big part in the win yesterday.
Oh, yeah. What Hayden Miller allowed us to do, we had some other guys that certainly had hits, but his hits were key to what Jerry Meyer was talking about after the ball game yesterday, that separation that got us separated by more than 1 or 2 runs from Western and allowed us to approach the game differently than had it been a close ball game.
Okay, we've got a left-hander going for the Blue Raiders, a right-hander for Western Kentucky. We will take a break, 2 minutes, and then we'll have starting lineups coming up next on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And welcome back into our pregame show. Middle Tennessee, Western Kentucky, concluding a three-game series today in Bowling Green. Ascent Federal Credit Union is the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Show your MTSU pride with every purchase. Visit one of their 28 Middle Tennessee branch locations. Ask for your MTSU debit card. Time to look at those Ascend starting lineups, John.
Well, for the visiting Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, leading off will be center fielder Eston Snyder. Clay Badalak bats second. He'll be at third base today. Brett Von Dolan in the three-hole. He'll be the DH. And Tyler Minnick is cleanup hitter. He'll be behind the plate. Batting fifth, left fielder Keaton Ray. Batting sixth, shortstop Matt Wolf. Brett Rogers will be in right field batting seventh. Hayden Miller at first. He bats eighth. And Cooper Clapp at second base. He bats ninth. On the mound will be the left-hander Chandler Alderman. For the Western Kentucky University Hilltoppers, leading off the right fielder Joe Ciervo. Batting second, left fielder Carlos Vasquez. Batting third, the center fielder Ryan Weidman. Batting fourth, first baseman Kyle Hayes. DH today, batting fifth, is Thomas Marsala. Behind the plate will be Camden Ross. He bats sixth. Batting seventh, the third baseman Drew Berrigan. Austin Holler, the second baseman, bats eighth. And the shortstop, Reed Howard, bats ninth. On the mound will be a right-hander, Drew Whalen, and we'll get you numbers on both those pitchers as we get into the ballgame.
Thank you, John. Those are our Ascend Federal Credit Union starting lineups for today. Two head coaches, Jerry Myers from Middle Tennessee and Mark Reardon from Western Kentucky, meeting at home plate with the umpires for the traditional exchange of lineup cards and discussion about the ground rules here. So we will have our first pitch coming up very shortly. The lights are on here. Temperature 76 degrees. The skies are rather cloudy. We haven't seen any sunshine yet, and the glare is bad when you have electronic devices
That's
up
right.
here you're trying to read. But we still have that wind, John.
We sure do.
Out of the south-southwest at about 15 miles an hour. The discussion at home plate has broken up. We'll take a 2-minute break, and then we'll be back with first pitch. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net. Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
From the Blue Raider Network in Van Wagner College, it's time for Middle Tennessee State University baseball. Today's game is brought to you in part by Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. State Farm Insurance and agent Deb Insel. Pepsi and your local Pepsi bottler. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And by Middle Tennessee State University. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Blue Raider baseball.
It is that time again from Nick Dennis Field in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Dick Palmer, John Callow with you. This is game number 40 of the Blue Raiders season, which will consist of 56 games plus the tournament. Western has not taken the field yet, so got a second here. We can pass along the scores from yesterday. Dallas Baptist 18-4 over Sam Houston. Kennesaw State defeated FIU 13-3. Liberty down Louisiana Tech 5-3, and Jacksonville State defeated New Mexico State by a score of 6-1. New Mexico State will be our opponent next week. All of those teams will be playing today to conclude a series, and we'll be checking those scores for you in the middle of the seventh inning. But right now, Western Kentucky and Dallas Baptist tied on top of the lead at 10-4, while Louisiana Tech a half game back at 9-4. Setting the Hilltoppers defensively for you, as they have taken the field behind the plate, will be Cameron Ross. At third base, Drew Barrigan getting his first start in the series. Shortstop will be Reed Howard, Austin Howler at second, and Kyle Hayes at first. In left field will be Carlos Vasquez. In center field, Ryan Weidman. In right field, Joe Sierrabo. And on the mound will be the right-hander, Drew Whalen.
Drew Whalen making his 10th start. He's thrown 46 in the third innings, given up 11 runs, 10 of them earned on 34 hits, 15 walks, 57 strikeouts. Leads the team in strikeouts. A 1.94 ERA, a 7.1 record. Here's what he's done in Conference USA, Dick. He is 3-1 in the conference, has wins over Kennesaw, Sam Houston, and Liberty. His shortest start of the season came against Dallas Baptist, and they stuck him for a couple of runs, and he took the loss in that game.
He was named the conference pitcher of the week after 6 scoreless innings in the Western sweep at Liberty, and had 6 strikeouts with just 2 hits given up in that game. He got pitcher of the week for that performance. We'll see if the Raiders can spoil all that today. Eston Snyder steps in, takes the first pitch for a strike.
First pitch at 104.
1 strike to count to the Raider leadoff hitter, Snyder, Badalak, Bondolan here in the first inning. Ball 1 is high and outside. John, the Western Kentucky starting pitchers, each pitcher we've seen has gone into the game with an undefeated record. And Whalen has one loss as the ball is hit in the right field. Going to be caught out there by the right fielder, Vasquez. And that, or rather that's Ciervo in right field. They switch their outfielders around. I can't keep up with them. Ciervo in right, Vasquez is in left. So that is one out in the first inning.
In those 4 previous conference starts, Whalen has only given up 10 hits.
Clay Badalak, third baseman, bats from the left side. Swings at the first pitch, hits it foul off to the right side, and the wind's going to blow that out of play. The wind blowing just as it has been for the last 2 games in this series, blowing from left to right and in at times. So should be a pretty good day for the pitchers as Whalen delivers, and that is a fastball in for a strike, 0-2 to Badalak. And also for the third straight game, none of the starting pitchers for Western has given up a home run this season. The Raiders have spoiled that, I think, in the last 2 games. There's a foul to the screen. Count holds at strike 2.
You know, from the years that we've been coming up here, Nick Dennis Field is not what you would consider a home run park.
No, it plays very, very large, and there's a swing and a miss. Ball in the turf. They'll throw him out at first, and that is out number 2 in the inning. So 2 up and 2 down in the first inning for the Raiders.
I think the home plate umpire, Phil Kundle, had already called that an out before the throw, so I'm not going to put that 2-3 part in. I'm just going to give the put out to the catcher.
We'll give you a pass on that, John. Here's Von Dolan. Takes a strike, 0-1. Phil Kundle behind the plate for the final game with Jose Polanco at first. Jose Revuelto on the bases. There's ball 1-1.
What was that?
I don't know.
Say that again.
I was trying to.
I was trying
to muffle my voice.
I heard what you were trying to do with that.
The 1-1 pitch, strike called, and it's 1-2.
You know, they usually give us pronunciation guides
but
on
not
the players,
on the umpires.
but not on the umpires. You're right about that.
2 outs here in the top of the first, no score. Whalen's pitch on the way, foul to the screen. All of their starting pitchers, John, have thrown hard. Whalen may be the hardest thrower we've seen.
Yeah.
Just from looking at the first 5 or 6 pitches.
Like that last pitch at 95.
Pitch is swung on and missed, took a little bit off, struck him out. So 2 strikeouts in the inning. And for the Raiders, 3 up and 3 down, nothing across. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Middle Tennessee nothing. Western Kentucky coming to bat as you listen to Middle Tennessee baseball from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. Raiders were 3 up, 3 down in the top of the inning. Defensively for Coach Jerry Myers, we'll have the same lineup we've had for the first 2 games. Tyler Minnick behind the plate. And over at third base, Clay Badalak. Shortstop Matt Wolf, second baseman Cooper Clapp, and at first base, Hayden Miller, with Keaton Ray in left field, Eston Snyder in center, and Brett Rogers patrolling right field. And on the mound, the big left-hander, Chandler Alderman.
Chandler making his 10th appearance of the season, all starts. He's thrown 44 innings, given up 42 runs. Only 24 of those earned, though. 52 hits, 20 walks, 34 strikeouts. He's got a 4.91 ERA, a 3-5 record. 2 complete games. You don't see a lot of complete games. Raiders have had 3 of them, and he's thrown 2 of them.
Here's Joe Sierbo, the right fielder, right-handed batter. Will step in. He's 3 out of 7 in the series. And as you heard Drew Horn on the interview, Drew Horn had a little trouble with his leadoff batter. There was a strike call, 0-1. Sierbo hitting .333. He'll be followed by Vasquez and Weidman. Alderman with the pitch, swung on, hit to second base. Cooper Clapp fields it on 2 hops over to first, and that's out number 1 here in the first inning. And the batter will be Vasquez, who is starting in left field. He is only the 3rd leading hitter on this team, John, with a .365 average. There's 2 guys with better averages than that. But Vasquez will stand in from the right side. 1 out, bottom of the first. Left-hander Chandler Alderman winds and fires and misses outside for ball 1.
Oh, you're talking about folks moving into different slots. He ended up at third base before we were through yesterday.
Yeah, I think he started at third base on Friday, moved to the outfield Saturday, and then played 2 different positions in the outfield yesterday. Ball 2 is outside. That popped out of Minnick's mitt, rolled over by the Raider dugout. Raider dugout is down the first base side, the bullpen behind the right field fence, and there is a picnic area between the Blue Raider dugout and the foul pole down the right field line. 2 balls, no strikes. Alderman with the pitch, must have been a little low, ball 3. 3-0. Western bullpen is beyond the left field wall. 330 down each line here to the foul pole. 400 to straightaway center, 370 to the power alleys in left and right center. And there's a strike, 3-1. Big scoreboard behind the right field wall, which is about the same location it is at home. They don't have a Lee Victory Wall of Champions here, though. 3 balls and 1 strike. Alderman's pitch is fouled to the screen. The count goes full. They do have a very tall outfield fence. It looks to be about 10, 12 feet.
Yeah.
So if you're going to rob a home run, you got to get up there in the air.
Well, if you got to get up there in the air to rob a home run, it's probably going to go anyway.
Ground ball to first. 1 big hop to Hayden Miller. A little bit easier than that one in the 9th inning yesterday.
Oh.
I think Drew Horn was giving him a little grief over that.
I think so. Hey, what a great job for Chandler Alderman coming back from a 3-0 count and getting the out.
2 up, 2 down in the first. The batter is Ryan Weidman, the center fielder. As that wind kicks up again, blowing right in our face here now, blowing in. Alderman with the pitch. Weidman takes it low and away for ball 1. 420 is his league team leading average, and I'm sure he's leading the league also. 6 home runs for this right-handed batter. He's a junior. Swing and a miss. Came in with a little heat there. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Down in Murfreesboro, Jacksonville State taking on the Lady Raiders there on campus. Jacksonville State on top now, 3-1 in the bottom of the fourth.
Check swing, took it low, 4-2. 2-1 to Weidman. 2 outs in the first. Base is empty. We saw the lights. They were on even before we pulled into the parking lot here. We could see them from the highway. Ground ball to third. That'll be Badalak with a long throw, and that's in time for out number 3. 3 ground balls in the first inning. That's a good sign, John.
Boy, that's what it's going to take this afternoon. Keep the ball down, let the defense play.
3 up, 3 down. We have completed 1 full inning. It is Middle Tennessee nothing, Western Kentucky nothing as we go to the second on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the second inning, scoreless. Drew Whalen, right-hander, on the mound. 6'1", 206. He is a native of Franklin, Kentucky, and in the win over Liberty, retired the final 12 batters of the game in that 4-3 Western win. He is second in Conference USA in earned run average, third in opponent batting average, and fourth in strikeouts. So he's amassed a pretty good resume this season. Well, one roster says Franklin, Tennessee, and the one I have says Franklin, Kentucky.
How about that?
Yeah. So take your pick.
Well,
there is a foul ball.
I would prefer Franklin, Kentucky, which means we didn't lose him, right?
Sorry, no foul there. It was pitch outside, roll to the backstop. 2-0. There's a strike call, 2-1. Here's Whalen with the pitch. Swung on, driven into right center field. That ball's hit a long way, and a running catch out there by Weidman.
He went a long way, too.
Both of these teams, John, have very fleet-footed center fielders. Weidman leads the league in stolen bases with 29, and Eston Snyder's not far behind with 19, and they can both motor.
Well, the important thing is whether or not you can run down those balls in the alleys, and apparently we know what Eston Snyder can do.
Keaton Ray takes the pitch high for ball 1.
Looks like Weidman can do the same thing. That little ball looked like it might get down.
Keaton Ray 1 out of 8 in the series. Takes this pitch for a strike, 1-1. Keaton is a junior. Bats left-handed, swings through this pitch, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Let up a little bit on him. He's been throwing his fastball at 95. That pitch came in at 85.
Swung on, hit into right center field. Weidman going back, and he's got room, makes the catch out near the wall in right center field.
You know, that ball is up against the wall at Reese Smith Field.
So that is out number 2 in the inning. And the batter will be Matt Wolf, the shortstop. So we got some news about Matt before the before the game.
I am told that he is going. The announcement will come tomorrow. Somebody's got an issue here. Is that the first baseman, Hayes?
So did he leave the game?
Oh, they're going to attend to him. Looks like he's got some kind of issue with a finger. Well, anyway, the official announcement will come tomorrow, but Matt Wolf is going to be named as one of the top 100 shortstops in the entire country.
Matt is just a sophomore. A transfer from Vanderbilt from the state of Ohio. He's getting ready to step in as soon as we can resume play. So Hayes.
Whatever was the issue has been resolved.
Hayes is back to take his spot at first base. There are 2 outs here in the second inning. And no score in this game. Matt Wolf is still looking for his first hit in the series. He's the only Raider starter without a hit in the series. 0 for 7. Takes a strike, 0-1. Right-hander Drew Whalen. Pitch is a strike called. And it's 0-2 to Wolf. Matt hitting .289, so we've seen that average slip from over 300 to where it is now, .289 in this series. Ball 1 is outside, 1-2. Brett Rogers in the on-deck circle. A ball and 2 strikes to the Blue Raiders shortstop. And Whalen with the pitch. Missed outside, ball 2. Two and 2 the count. 2 outs, base is empty. Whalen's pitch swung on. That one's fouled out of play.
Back off over onto University Avenue.
Somebody out in the median trying to
Trying
walk
to
across the street,
yeah,
but not chasing a foul ball. Pitch swung on and missed. Oh, he had him fooled on that pitch very badly, and Wolf goes down on strikes. That is going to be all in the second inning. Nothing across, so Whalen has retired the first 6 hitters he has faced. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Middle Tennessee nothing, Western Kentucky nothing on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the second inning. No score in this game. In fact, we haven't had a base runner in this game yet, John.
Not so far.
Chandler Alderman set the side down in order in the first inning with 3 ground ball outs, which is always good to see.
Let your defense work. As long as you don't go deep into counts, it can really help your pitch count.
For the Hilltoppers in the second inning, Kyle Hayes will lead it off. He's the young man who had to come out of the game a moment ago playing defense because of some problem. We don't know what the problem was, but it was taken care of quickly. And, boy, this guy's had a home run in each of the 2 games, John, and he is He's been a thorn in our side. 5 out of 8 in the series. First pitch to him is high for ball 1. That includes a triple and 2 home runs, 3 runs batted in. Thankfully, both of his home runs, I think, have been solo jobs. Alderman's pitch on the way, foul to the screen. Hayes is out of West Chicago, Illinois. He's the young man who played junior college ball in Iowa in Cedar Rapids for Kirkland Community College, where he hit 31 home runs in 2 years. 1-1 to count. Alderman with the pitch. That's a drive to left field, and that is his 3rd home run in 3 games, and no doubt about that.
No doubt about that one. That got over the bullpen, over the wall, into the parking lot. I think it hit a car out there. I was just about to say, and unfortunately, Chandler Alderman has a tendency to give up the long ball for some reason.
Yeah, that's the 8th home run off Chandler this season, most on our pitching staff. But Hayes is no respecter. He has hit them off everybody. So it is 1-0 Western Kentucky. And the batter will be Thomas Marsala, and he has had a home run in this series. A left-handed batter against the left-hander Alderman takes a call strike.
Is that right? That's just the 6th home run for Hayes?
That is number 6 for him, and half of them have come in this series.
That's what
Marcelo takes the strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Western with an early lead, 1-0 on the Kyle Hayes home run. And the 0-2 pitch swung on and missed, and they say he didn't go.
I think is that Revoluto down there? I think he missed that one.
That was a poor call. Count will go to 1-2.
That should have been strike 3.
We have not had a check swing called a strike against us in this series. Ground ball to second, Clapp over to first. He was playing on the outfield turf and had to come in, John, to fill that high hopper.
Yeah, he was a good 10 feet into the outfield.
So that is 1 out in the 2nd inning. And the batter is Camden Ross, the catcher. Ross carries a .303 average, but the Raiders have held him hitless in the series. In fact, he did not start yesterday. He pinch hit. He's 0 for 3 in the series. Alderman's pitch, fastball at the knees for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, pinch hit late and finished the game behind the plate.
1 out here in the 2nd inning. A run is in, Western leading 1-0. And Alderman's pitch, foul to the screen, 0-2.
He was 0-2 to Hayes, wasn't he?
I had 1-1, but that pitch to Hayes was low and inside, and he just golfed it right out of here.
Yeah.
Over the bullpen. Swung on, foul to the screen. Count holds at 2 strikes to Camden Ross.
There's a street back out behind the bullpen, and he got it into that street, and it bounced on up another street.
Yeah, there's a parking lot out there.
Yeah.
Alderman with the 0-2 pitch, and it is called the ball. 1-2.
That was a breaking ball that, wow.
One that looked good from up here, but that,
I thought that caught the plate.
It's from our vantage point, which is just to the left of home plate. It's really hard to tell location. Pitch is outside, 2-2. Not hard to tell on that one.
No.
On the close pitches, it's difficult. So I know that's a tough job calling balls and strikes. I'll try to refrain from doing that. There's a line drive right at Hayden Miller, who will glove it in Trace Phillips' first base mitt for out number 2.
I thought that was a really interesting revelation. I'm not sure I would have thought to ask that question. Have you got a glove?
I guess when they told Hayden he was going to play first base, he said, "Hey, has anybody got a first base mitt?"
Yeah.
Trace says, "Yeah, I'm not going to be using mine for a while." 2 outs. Here's Barrigan. Third baseman takes a strike.
Well, I hated having other people use my glove.
Barrigan did not start in either of the first 2 games. Pinch hit yesterday, so he's 0 for 1 in the series. A right-handed hitter. And Alderman with the 0-1 pitch, over but low for ball 1, 1-1. Barrigan is from, all right, let's try this one, John. Trabuco Canyon, California. Ball 2, 2-1.
I'm going to defer to you on that one.
Well, he played for an NAIA school out there. This is his first year. He's listed as a junior. There's a bouncing ball. That's going to be a tough play. Wolf has to wait for it. Throws to first. Just got him by a step. That was going to be all in the second inning. That was a turf bounce, and Matt had to wait for the ball to come down before he could glove it, and then had to throw a bullet to first base and just nipped him. In the inning, 1 run, 1 hit on the home run, and nobody left. So we have completed 2 full innings. It's Western Kentucky 1, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Junior Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the 3rd inning. Raiders trailing 1-0 on a solo home run. So, John, it's time to go home.
That's right.
Well, not until the game's over, but Old South Properties is Tennessee's favorite home builder and the official home builder of MTSU, and they are our home run sponsor. So let's get one.
I'm for that.
Here's Brett Rogers to lead off the 3rd. Takes the first pitch from Whalen outside for ball 1.
That'd be a new experience for this season for Whalen.
There's a bouncing ball. That's off the third baseman's glove. That's going to be the Raiders' first hit.
I tell you what, Dick, the fact that he knocked that ball down is just amazing.
Yeah, he turned a double into a single by doing that, because Rogers has got good speed, and I think if that ball had gotten through and rolled down the right field line, then Rogers would have been on second base.
It gets past him. It's going to roll, probably going to get over into foul territory, and that means that Vasquez is going to have to go getting it. Yeah, you're right.
Pitch high to Hayden Miller, ball 1. Hayden Miller, 4 out of 9 in the series, 2 doubles, a home run, 3 runs batted in. Swings and misses, 1-1. So Brett Rogers with the Raiders' first hit. infield variety. He's at first base with nobody out. Represents the tying run. Draws a throw over there. Rogers got good speed. He's 8 out of 9 in stolen base attempts this season. And the pitch to the plate, low and inside, ball 2, 2-1. Cooper Clapp will be the next hitter. They're playing deep for Miller. He drives one down the right field line. That's going to find a hole.
That hit the line.
That is a fair ball.
He called that foul? That hit the line.
And
Well,
to me, it looked like it hit the line, John.
That is, wow.
First base umpire made the call, and of course he's a lot closer to it than we are. But
I think he's hearing about it from the Raider dugout too. I don't blame him.
So that will probably take a run away from the Raiders, because Rogers can motor over at first base, and he was
certainly going to go first to third on that ball.
He could tell that ball was not going to be caught, so he was hightailing it. But the count goes to 2-2. And a throw to first, the runner back. You know, those are the little things, John, that makes a difference in a ball game.
That's right.
And umpires' calls enter into it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball 3 is, they called it strike 3. On a pitch that was low and inside.
So you're talking about umpire decisions? How about that 2 of them affected that at-bat?
Where'd you see that pitch, John?
I saw that ball low and inside.
1 out, runner at first. Here's Cooper Clapp.
I just did not see that catch any plate.
Clapp had a couple of hits yesterday. Seems to have gotten his swing back. Of course, he was hampered with a broken bone in his hand early in the season. I don't know if I think that really hampered him when he tried to come back. There's a ball hit high in the air down the left field line, and that one is going to be definitely a foul ball.
Bounced in foul territory and back over the fence.
So 1 strike to count. Eston Snyder, the on-deck hitter, picks up the bat, hands it back to Cooper, and says, "Well, Coop, straighten 1 out." 1 strike to count. Rogers, the runner at first, 1 out. Right-hander Drew Whalen, sophomore. And the pitch is swung on. Again, foul down the left field line and out of play, and the count goes to 0-2. Western leading 1-0. We're in the top of the third. 1 out, runner at first for the Blue Raiders. And the pitch. Foul to the screen. He's staying alive. 0-2 the count. Still have not seen any sunshine today, but there's no threat of rain. It's just cloudy skies. You can see a hint of blue
every once in a while
up above.
Temperature's pleasant, though.
Kevin Nichols, third base coach, wants a word with Clapp, so they meet halfway down the third base line.
Umpire writes it in his book. That's a charged timeout.
Player conference. How many timeouts you get in the game?
I have no idea.
2 strikes the count. And the pitch. High, outside, ball 1. I have trouble keeping up with the timeouts in basketball. And I know how many you're supposed to get. 1 and 2.
Well, it just seems to me there are a whole lot more media timeouts than there are media.
Yeah. You're right, that right. Struck him out swinging. Got him on an outside pitch for out number 2. And that is that the 5th? 1, 2, 3. 5th strikeout already for Whalen. So he struck out 5 of the first 9 batters he faced. And with 2 outs, the batter is Eston Snyder. He flied out in the first inning as the leadoff hitter in the game.
Line drive to right field in that at-bat.
Whalen out of the stretch. The pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1.
Change speeds on him. 76 miles an hour on
That's
that
what
changeup.
makes this guy a good pitcher. He can reach 95 and
then throw 76.
Yep. 1 strike to count. And as you've always heard, the secret to good pitching, one of them is to keep the batters guessing. Keep them off stride, mess up their timing.
Change their eye level.
Yep.
Work them up, down, in, out.
Count is 1 strike to Snyder. Another throw to first. Oh, they've got him. Yep. They picked Rogers off, and that was a great move by Whalen. No argument there. That will go 1-3 on the putout. And so Snyder will get to lead off the 3rd, or the 4th for the Raiders. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. So we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's Western Kentucky 1, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we go to the 3rd inning. Raiders trailing 1-0. First Division Bank is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics and the official strikeout partner this season. Don't strike out on your banking services. First Division Bank providing more power to your business, and Chandler Alderman still looking for his first Division strikeout of the day. Austin Haller will lead it off, the second baseman. He's had a good series, 3 out of 6 with a double and 3 runs batted in. Left-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher, Chandler Alderman. Alderman with the pitch, and it's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Must have been a little outside.
Or a little low. I thought it had the plate, though.
1 ball, no strikes. Ball 2 is outside, 2-0. And that one's high, ball 3.
That was not the pitch that Minnick was wanting. He was setting up low and out on the outside corner to this left-handed hitter. And that is not what Alderman threw.
3 balls, no strikes, the count. And the pitch. Strike call. That's the automatic. That's the same spot the first pitch was, and it was a ball.
Yep.
That one's a strike. 3-1. So be it. And the pitch to the plate. That's right down the middle. 3-2.
Alderman had a 3-2 count, a 3-0 count that went 3-2 earlier.
That was on Vasquez.
Yeah, ended up getting a ground ball out.
So the 3-2 pitch is lined to left field, foul ball. And that's a good thing. Had that ball been fair, that would have been at least a double. That wind still blowing right in our face here in the press box. We have all kinds of things used as anchors. And ball 4 just missed. I'd like to see that little box that they use on TV to see where that pitch was.
Yeah.
That'll be the first
That
walk
whole-
allowed by Alderman.
That whole at bat.
Here's Reed Howard, the shortstop. He's been dropped to the number 9 spot for today's game, the freshman. And this guy swings a pretty good bat. He's hitting only .250, but for a freshman in Division I, that's not too shabby. Check of the runner at first. And the pitch to the plate, hit the turf, bounced away from Minnick, and that's a wild pitch. So Haller goes down to second. And a 1-ball count to Reed Howard. Howard .250 with 5 home runs. One ball, no strikes. Alderman now with a runner at second base. Pitch, a strike called, 1-1. Western got a run in the second inning on a solo home run by Hayes. They lead it 1-0. The 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Handcuffed him that time.
Sure did. Got that ball in on the hands and dropping away.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to Howard. The leadoff man, Ciervo, is on deck. Man on second, no outs here in the third inning. Ground foul past third. Over by the Western dugout. Count remains 1-2. Nice turnout today for Saturday afternoon. The grandstand right behind home plate down below us is almost full. Alderman with a 1-2 pitch inside. That backed him away. Trying to go in with that same pitch, but pushed it a little too far inside. 2-2.
Got a respectable number of fans in blue off to our right.
Yep, they're over there close to the Blue Raider dugout. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed, and that ball hit the turf and rolled out to first base. So they're going to call that a foul? The umpire stepped out in the middle of the infield as soon as the ball got away from Minnick.
They're making the batter come back.
See, I think he's calling it a foul ball. And now the dreaded umpire get together out in the middle of the infield. Scoreboard still shows 2-2, so I think he called that a foul ball. That ball rolled so far out in the infield, John, that who was it, Alderman? Minnick. Alderman had to chase it down?
Yeah, Alderman actually flipped to first base. And if they're making the runner come back, unless he called a balk, they should be making that runner go back to second.
Yeah, he's going to trot back to second base, and the count will be 2-2. So that's just a foul ball. I don't know if he would have been out at first or not. That was a close play.
I think he would have been safe.
So that might be a break that went the Raiders' way. We'll see. 2-2. Alderman with the pitch. Ground ball past the shortstop into left field. That is a base hit. They'll hold him at first and third. So the first two men are on here in the third inning for the Hilltoppers. Good piece of hitting again by Howard.
That gets Jerry Myers out of the dugout.
That is hit number 2 off Alderman. And the Hilltoppers have runners at first and third. Now, defensively, I think Jerry wants to talk to his infielders and will probably play them back and try to get a ground ball for a double play, even though it would allow a run to score. This early in the game, John, I think you would give up a run to get 2 outs.
I think you're absolutely right about that. And I will tell you, I'm not a lip reader, but I can guarantee you that most of that conversation was directed at Alderman.
So here's Cervo, the leadoff hitter, grounded to second in the first inning. We would like to see that again. First and third, no outs. Shortstop, second baseman do play back and double play depth, which is a couple of steps in closer from their normal positioning. And he bunts through the ball, and Minnick took a look down to third to see if he might have that runner too far off base, but the runner was back.
Well, if that was a true bunt, it was going to be a safety squeeze, not a suicide squeeze.
1 strike to Cervo. And the pitch. Full swing and a miss, strike 2. Takes his batting helmet off, steps out of the box, adjusts his batting gloves, steps back in. In the big leagues, you have to ask permission to do that, I think. 2 strikes the count. Struck him out. Call third strike. And I think he knew it.
I think so, too.
So that's 1 out, John. A ground ball here might get us out of this inning. And this is Vasquez, who grounded out to first. First baseman Miller in the first inning.
3-6-3? How would that be? I think I'd rather have a 4-6-3.
Alderman checks the runner at first. He's going on a foul to the screen. So Western, trying to stay out of a possible double play, sends the runner on that first pitch, but Vasquez fouled it off. So 1 strike. Now I expect he'll get a little attention from Alderman. Left-hander staring straight at him as he comes set. And a throw over there. Runner back. Alden doesn't have a particularly good move to first for a left-hander. Some do, some don't. One strike the count. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. And Vasquez did not offer. So Chandler ahead in the count, 2 strikes. First and third with 1 man out here in the 3rd inning. Western leading 1-0. Pitch to the plate, ground foul past third. That'll kick off that brick wall and roll out into the outfield.
There's a Hilltopper from chasing it.
Dugout chases it down.
He chased a long way.
So the count holds at 2 strikes to Vasquez. Runner over there has a decent lead at first base. Pitch to the plate is swung on and missed, struck him out. And that's back-to-back first division strikeouts for Alderman.
Well, you just needed to prime the pump with that first vision read.
Here's Weidman, who grounded out in the first inning. So now 2 outs and a runner at first. Minnick out behind the plate to give signals to his infield of what's going to happen if that runner tries to steal. Whether I'm going to throw down, or I'm going to throw to third, or I'm going to fake a throw, or I'm just going to eat it.
I'd say eat it.
Pitch to the plate is swung on, grounded foul. Same spot as that last ground ball.
Somebody out of the dugout cut that one off, though, before it could get to that wall and bounce back onto the field.
1 strike to count. Alderman throws to first, runner back. So we've got Haller at third and Howard at first with 2 outs. Runner goes, ground foul over by the Western dugout. Count will be strike 2 now to Weidman. So Howard was off with the pitch, has to return to first base. Alderman with the 0-2 pitch. The runner goes again and another foul ball. So the count will hold at strike 2, and again Howard has to return to first. He started that time, John, like he wanted to be picked off.
Yeah.
Maybe try a delayed steal.
Well, they tried that on his yesterday, right?
We didn't bite.
We just let the guy walk to second base.
And now Paul thrown back to the backstop, but the Raiders got a break here as it carried him right back into Tyler Minnick's mitt.
And that is going to go in the book as a wild pitch. They're going to throw that baseball off. It hit the brick wall.
So Howard finally gets to second base on a wild pitch.
But not a stolen base.
The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ryan Weidman. And now 2 runners in scoring position for the Hilltoppers. Pitch is high and outside, ball 2. He's trying to get him to bite on something. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You don't want to load the bases in this situation.
No.
This is the batter you need to get right here.
Yeah, and he's starting out with that 0-2 count and 2 way out of the zone now. He needs to just come after him.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. So Alderman, who did not have a strikeout in the first 2 innings, strikes out the side. 3 of those first division strikeouts, and in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, and 2 men left on base. So we've completed 3 full innings, and your totals for Western Kentucky: 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. And for the Raiders, no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. 1-0 Western. And we take you to the 4th inning. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Draw goes down to second. We go to the fourth inning, and before Eston Snyder steps in, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification as you listen to Blue Raider baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Dick Palmer, John Caller with you from Bowling Green. Eston Snyder stands in to lead off the fourth inning. Whalen's first pitch driven into center field. A wind will help hold that one down as Weidman makes the catch for out number one. Put a good swing on that
he did.
ball, and again, the wind is just fighting everything going
Yeah.
into the outfield today. One out. So as Hayden Miller said before the game, the game plan is to try and hit line drives. Pitch is low and inside to Clay Badalak, 4-1.
He was showing bunt.
Trying to get that third baseman in a little bit. Takes a strike. It's 0-2. Oh, I'm sorry, 1-1. 1-1 to Badalak.
93-mile-an-hour fastball to Badalak.
Clay struck out in the first inning. Hits this one in the air, but foul down the left side. Count is 1-2.
Came back with another fastball.
Right-hander Drew Whalen. And struck him out swinging. A lot of heat on that pitch, and that is out number 2.
Yeah, 3 pitches, 93, 93, and 94.
Wow. 6 strikeouts now for Whalen. And with 2 outs in the fourth, the batter is Brett Von Dolan. He fanned in the first inning. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Swung on, ground ball left side, backhanded by the shortstop. Makes the throw, but not in time. That'll be an infield hit.
That was a pretty good play
for Von Dolan. Had he not double clutched after he backhanded it, he might have thrown Von Dolan out at first. Vondo's not, he's not that speedy a runner down the line.
He is not Eston Snyder down the line. You're right about that.
So that's the second hit for the Raiders, and both of them infield hits.
Reed Howard made a terrific play there in the hole to just knock that ball down, keep it in the infield.
Here's Tyler Minnick, had a fairly deep fly ball out. There's a ball hit in the hole, knocked down by the third baseman, can't make a play. He'll have to chase it down, and that's going to be another infield hit.
I'd hope.
So the Raiders, although they're swinging the bats, haven't been able to get the ball out of the infield. On the ground, anyway. They've had some fly balls. Third hit off Whalen, all infield hits. Runners at first and second for Keaton Ray. 2 on, 2 out in the fourth. Ray lines it. That is just foul down the
now that
right field line.
That one was foul. but not by much.
First baseman Hayes almost caught that ball, lunged into foul territory. Just got by him, cleared the umpire, but
about a foot foul.
Yeah, landed in foul ground. So 1 strike to Keaton Ray.
It's not like the one that was called foul that hit the foul line, or at least from my viewpoint.
Whalen with the pitch. High, outside, 1-1. Strike 2 called. And the count goes to 1-2.
I tell you what, the Raiders already have more hits against Whalen than his last 2 opponents.
Swung on, hit foul. They'll run after that one. That's going to blow out of play.
Wind helped us on that one. Last week in 6 innings at Liberty, Whalen only gave up 2 hits. Previous week at Dallas Baptist, when he actually took the loss, only went 3 innings, 2 hits there. His 6 2/3 inning at with Sam Houston here, he only gave up 3 hits. So we're getting to him a little bit.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, check swing. And surprise, surprise. The third base umpire says he didn't go. 2-2.
Camden Ross was selling that one hard, the Western catcher.
Von Dolan at second, Minnick at first, 2 outs. And Whalen with a 2-2 pitch. Line, and the first baseman knocks it down, will touch the bag to end the inning. That ball was a shot, but it was right at Hayes. Played it off his chest, picked it up, and ran over and touched the base at first. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left. So we will go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is still Western Kentucky 1, Middle Tennessee nothing. Blue Raider baseball coming to you from Van Wagner.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Raiders trailing 1-0. Chandler Alderman got in a jam in the 3rd inning, John, but then struck out the side with 2 men on.
Well, except for that one pitch that was a mistake to Kyle Hayes. It's been pretty good. Dick, we got an interesting one going on down in Murfreesboro. They're in the top of the 7th. They're on campus, and the Lady Raiders, Jacksonville State tied 3-3 in the top of the 7th.
I think we got the run rule against us yesterday, didn't we?
We did, or if we didn't, yes, we did yesterday. Sure
All right,
did.
Here's Hayes. Home run in the 2nd inning. Hit it over the bullpen in left field for his 6th of the season and 3rd in the series. Swings and misses at the first pitch.
He was trying for another one,
yes,
wasn't
he was. 1 strike to count. Alderman's pitch. Tried to catch the outside corner, but just outside for ball one. 1-1. First baseman Kyle Hayes. Young man from the Chicago area. Swings, hits this from the left field, but the wind's going to hold this one down. Keaton Ray over to make the catch for out number one.
Yeah, put a pretty good swing on it.
He is, as they say, in a groove. And but for that strong wind, I expect that one might have left the park.
Yeah.
Here's Marcella, the DH, grounded out back in the second inning. And again, Clapp playing him 6 feet back on the outfield turf.
Matt Wolf back a step onto the outfield. Now he moves up into the brown section.
First pitch is a strike to Marcella. He is a junior, as most of these starters are. Swinging a foul off to the left. The count will be strike two. Marcella from Monroe, Louisiana, has played at 2 different community colleges, Baton Rouge Community College, and then transferred to Hines Community College for his second year. That's in Mississippi, I think.
Over close to Jackson.
0-2 pitch outside, ball 1-2.
Thinking Hines might actually be down in Raymond, which is a suburb of Jackson.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the fourth. Western on top, 1-0. Alderman with the pitch. Swing and a foul back. Had him chasing an outside pitch.
Yeah, it changed up on him.
Count holds at 1-2.
Been throwing him right in the upper 80s. Came down to 90 on that, or to 80 on that pitch. Enough of a difference that he had him out in front.
Alderman with a 1-2 pitch and struck him out swinging. Marcella down on strikes for out number 2. That's a first division strikeout, and number 4 for the left-hander. 2 outs in the fourth. The batter is the catcher, Camden Ross. Hit a line drive, but right at Hayden Miller for an out in the second inning.
Jacksonville State just put up 2 in the top of the 7th. And still batting, so it's now 5-3 Jacksonville State.
Pitch is outside, ball 1 to Ross. That's in the softball game going on campus today. 1 ball, no strikes. And Alderman with the pitch. Missed again, ball 2, 2-0. Base is empty, 2 outs. The pitch, strike call, 2-1 to Ross. Wind continues to blow. The lights are on here.
No hint of rain, though.
Pitch the play way outside. Ball 3-1. Temperature was 76 at game time. Predicted to go into the low 80s here today. We'll see. 3 balls and a strike to Ross, and the pitch to the plate is outside, ball 4. Second walk given up by Alderman, and with 2 outs, a runner at first. The batter is Drew Barrigan, the third baseman.
Still at 79, Dick. Very pleasant.
I mentioned Barrigan played at NAIA school last year. Now get this, John.
Okay.
Embry Ritter Aeronautical.
That's right.
In Arizona. Swinging a foul out of play.
Well, if he was interested in aeronautics, he needed to come to middle.
Wonder what their nickname is.
I don't know.
How about the Flyers?
That could be.
1 strike to count to Berrigan.
Is that it? Or are you just guessing?
No, I'm just guessing. Pitch is outside, ball 1, 1-1. You're going to try to find out, aren't you?
I am. I was thinking Embry-Riddle had multiple campuses, maybe.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Breaking ball right in there for a strike. That was a beauty. 1-2. Berrigan, a right-handed batter. And Alderman with the pitch. Bouncing ball. That's going to get over Miller's head into right field. That was a turf hit. And the throw comes back in. Western will have them at first and third. High bouncer, and if Miller had been 12 feet tall, he might have been able to glove that one.
They have 2 campuses, one in Daytona Beach and the other one in Prescott, Arizona.
He went to the Arizona campus. That's the third hit off Alderman. Runners at the corners with 2 outs, and the batter, Austin Haller, the second baseman. He drew a walk in the 3rd inning. Alderman throws to first. Oh, he threw it away, and that's going to get a run in. Oh, my goodness. Alderman's move to first base, John, is, I think I mentioned he did not have a great move to first.
That one certainly wasn't.
But it's a flat-footed throw. It's not a step-and throw. And he just threw that one away. So Ross is in to score. That's an E1. So no count to Haller. Runner down at second base now is Berrigan.
Right back to him.
Alderman will pick it up over to first, and that will end the inning. But Chandler will just have to say, well, that's on me, guys, because he threw that ball away trying to throw over to first base. In the inning, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left, 1-1-1-1. And we will take this game to the 5th inning. Western Kentucky 2, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the 5th inning. Western leading 2-0. And now the Raiders got to try to pick their pitcher up. And somebody makes a mistake, you just try to pick them up.
That's right. Well, I finally got an answer. They are the Eagles.
Well, that's an appropriate nickname for an aeronautical school. Here's Matt Wolf to lead off the 5th inning for the Raiders. Drew Whalen's first pitch to him is a breaking ball. A little bit low, ball one. So Whalen has gone farther into the game than either of the other two starting pitchers we've seen for the Hilltoppers. Swing and a miss. Starting pitcher Friday, Bennett, went only 2 innings. Starting pitcher yesterday, Hall, went 3 2/3. And Whalen's already pitching into the 5th. Wolf takes the pitch outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Matt looking for his first hit in this series.
Well, Whalen here in the 5th inning has only thrown, 53 pitches coming in.
High inside, ball 3, 3-1. He hasn't walked anybody. That's what got Alderman in trouble, that 2-out walk in the 4th inning. Strike call, 3-2. I think we've solved the puzzle of Drew Whalen's hometown. I think it is Franklin, Tennessee.
Went to Franklin High School.
Foul to the screen. Count holds 3-2. The release I had that was talking about his accomplishments as pitcher of the week was from Conference USA, and they may have assumed Franklin, Kentucky.
Wrong.
Get in trouble by assuming stuff. There's a line shot. That's the first hit in the series for Matt Wolf, and no doubt about that one. And that's the first hit out of the infield that the Raiders have had.
That's right. Sharply hit to right field.
So the leadoff man on in the 5th, and the batter is Brett Rogers, hit number 4 off Whalen. Rogers had an infield hit in the 3rd.
4 hits is the most hits he's given up in a conference start.
Rogers showed bunt, took the pitch high and outside, ball 1. Western leading 2-0. We're in the top of the 5th. Raiders with the leadoff man on here in the 5th.
Got some scurrying around.
Bouncing ball, and it's going to be a tough play. Throw to first, safe.
Safe, yes, beat it out.
Shortstop had to charge in. The ball bounced over the pitcher's mound.
That's another one of those turf hits, Dick. That high bounce off of grass, that's not going to bounce like that.
So that is the 2nd infield hit for Brett Rogers and the 5th hit overall for the Raiders. 1st and 2nd with no outs, and now
we're starting to see some action in the Western bullpen now.
With Hayden Miller coming up, John, this is a guy who has been a tough out for Western Kentucky in this series. It's also a bunting situation. So this is a decision that that's why Coach Myers is paid to make these decisions. Well, I'm glad I don't have to make them.
What do we got here? Oh,
we got to visit.
He's just bringing baseballs.
Oh, he's killing time. Killing time. Just brought a ball out of the dugout to stop play.
Why are they letting him?
And the umpire says to Hayden Miller, get out of the way. Why are they letting him throw pitches, John?
You got me, unless he's saying I might not be healthy.
No, they're just killing time. That's all they're doing to get their bullpen ready. I mean, it's obvious. I don't understand this at all. Whalen's just out there like he's warming up before the inning.
Yeah. Umpire standing unless they call timeout. This is very strange.
Well, timeout is not going to last this long. How long does it take to hand a baseball to an umpire?
I don't know. He's got a new supply of baseballs.
He's just piddling around out on the mound. Piddling, that's what he's doing. Something is amiss somewhere, John. This is very unusual. Now they're looking into the dugout.
Where are they appealing something? The two umpires are in doing a review, Dick.
Okay, I'm sorry. I take away what I said about the.
So what they're doing is challenging the play at first base, which he was obviously safe. That's what they're doing. That's and yes, they're killing time.
Every close play in this game has been challenged, not only by Western but by us.
Yeah, that's what's going on. They're challenging, and what that's doing is giving their bullpen time to throw.
And Whalen's just out there throwing pitches.
Yeah.
Let him keep throwing. Let him wear his arm out.
Well, he hadn't been throwing those 90-mile-an-hour, 94, 95-mile-an-hour fastballs.
I can't get accustomed to this challenge business, John.
Yeah,
it's
but
just
that's
beyond me.
As I was looking, all of a sudden I realized there's only one umpire on the field. So that's what they're doing. They've challenged the play. He's going to be safe. And that guy in the bullpen is probably ready to go now. Let's see. Got a right-hander down there.
I guess we should have taken a break, just like a pitching change, but it was too late to do that now.
We didn't know. That's number 19, Trayson. What is his name? Trayson Peters throwing in the bullpen.
Raiders have runners at first and second with nobody out here in the fifth inning, and Hayden Miller, the scheduled batter. Boy, this is the longest one we've had, I think, in the series. We had 3, I think, the night you weren't here, and some more yesterday. I'm kind of glad we don't have that challenge thing installed at home.
We're going to have it next year, I understand.
Oh.
That's all we need.
So we're just killing time up here. You got any scores that you can pass along from the conference?
Well,
I know we're not usually don't do that until the 7th inning, but
let me see what I got here.
Apparently we've got all kinds of time right now.
I thought I had this one. We had 2 games that started at noon and 2 that started at 1 o'clock like us. Let's see what we got here.
This unexpected scoreboard brought to you by the Daily News Journal.
They called him out.
That's terrible. That is a terrible call. Coach Myers wants an explanation. Oh.
I'll hold on those scores. That's just awful. I'd be furious.
I forgot he even fielded the ball. Was it the shortstop?
Yeah, that was the shortstop. Dick, we don't spend a lot of time, haven't spent a lot of time over the years talking about umpires and questioning, but we've been hosed 3 times today.
This, not only today, John, this whole series has been one-sided.
And it's that first base umpire has done it to us twice today. He that call, and then the Hayden Miller's ball that hit the line that he called foul.
Yep. So here's Miller. Pitches inside, ball 1. Whalen had a long wait out on the mound. Now the umpires don't know where they're supposed to be. They changed positions. Throw to second. Not in time.
Surprised he didn't call him out. He's still
One ball, no strikes the count.
And he's still getting a lot of noise out of the Raider dugout.
No, that's
he's telling him
he's jawing with our dugout now.
He's telling him it's time to. And he's got his little book out. He's going to write down.
If you make a bad call and somebody tells you about it, it doesn't sit well. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Turn him slider away.
Strike two, swinging.
Change up.
Went after a bad pitch. That was high and outside. 1-2. This whole thing can just let the air out of the balloon when you have a little rally going.
Yep. Runners at first and second, nobody out, and all of a sudden now.
I'm sorry. Strike three call. That pitch was outside.
This is not a great crew.
Yeah, the umpires rearranged themselves again.
Wind the pitch clock.
Cooper Clapp, the batter. 2 outs, runner at second. Pitch is inside, ball one. Swinging a line drive to center field. That's a base hit.
Dropped, and the left fielder or the center fielder took it on a hop and then kicked it away with his glove.
Matt Wolf would have scored anyway.
He sure would have.
RBI single from Cooper Clapp. And that's only his 5th run batted in of the season, John, and it comes at a good time. Raiders needed that.
You know, he is swinging the bat so much better this weekend than he did a week ago.
Oh. Here's Eston Snyder. I'm trying really hard not to turn into
a
fan, Snyder takes the pitch inside for ball one.
Boy, that run that was given up on that bad pitch or that overthrow at first base.
That's big, isn't it?
Yeah.
2-1 the score. Western leading. We are in the 5th. Runner goes. Pitch is high. The throw to second base is not in time.
He did.
The
throw was down.
The throw
there.
beat him, but the second baseman didn't get the tag on the hand coming in. So that is a stolen base for Cooper.
I'm surprised they haven't asked for a replay on that. Does that sound bitter?
A little bit. 2-0 the count. Pitch to Snyder. Check swing.
No.
I think that first base umpire was afraid to ring him up on that one.
Oh, yeah.
He's too close to our dugout now. 3-0. And the pitch to Snyder. All 4. And that one looked like a pretty decent pitch. We'll take what we can get when we're up here. That's the first walk allowed by Whalen. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. And the batter is Clay Badalak, who has struck out twice. Clay's generally pretty good about getting the bat on the ball and hitting it somewhere. Check swing into the turf, ball one. It's 5 straight out of the strike zone.
Well, Highlands only walked 15 all season.
And that was his first walk today. Swung on, popped up. That's not going to get the job done. Left fielder's going to catch it for out number 3. So that is all in the 5th. Had a long delay on a replay. And Raiders come up with 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 runner left on. So we're halfway home in this game. It is Western Kentucky 2, Middle Tennessee 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wyck.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net. Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.